Well, first of all, tell me your names and spell them, please.
Rachel Nichols, Rachel Nichols.
I'm Lilah, Lila.
Nichols. It's
Nichols.
fine. I get it. Okay, so mother and daughter, what was the catalyst of you two all coming on this trip together?
Want me to go? Uh, so we've been following the news a lot this year, and we were really affected by the George Floyd stuff that was going on. And this trip came at the right time for us to learn more because I found for myself I was uneducated on a lot of this stuff, and it was important for me to learn. And Lilah, being the next generation, it's even more important for her.
Okay. What about you, Lilah?
I mean, I'm not gonna go like really deep here, but I was like kind of tired of COVID and excited to go traveling again. And this trip sounded really awesome, and being able to go to like into like a museum is like exciting.
It really is. Is there anything on this trip that maybe it was unexpected that you might have learned along the way, even about just the sites, but even about each other being, a unit together on this adventure?
I mean, there's a lot that I learned that I didn't know about history. For example, that it wasn't until 1995 that Mississippi ratified the 13th Amendment, which outlawed slavery, and it wasn't until 1995 that happened. And that was brand new information that I hadn't learned before. And as far as Lilah goes, Lilah and I haven't had a lot of time, just the two of us traveling, and I have these dreams of going across Europe and Asia with Lilah when she gets older. So this was sort of like the first foray into, I hope, future trips with my daughter.
What about you? Your time with your mom?
Well, it was. I mean, honestly, like it was really great, but like sometimes mom would rather like nap than like go out and to explore the neighborhood or go to the pool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was as expected because I mean, I'm kind of like more. I like excitement, but yeah, it's nice being with mom and without like my other siblings and
Yeah.
everything. So.
Yeah. So we went to about four states and 8 cities. Is there any particular state or city that stuck out to you, whether it's for cuisine or just the landscape or the history of it? Anything, one particular place?
I would say Mississippi because it was so different than anything I'd ever experienced. Just driving along the highways and landing in a tiny town where there's pretty much no opportunity, where the jobs are scarce and people are desperate, I think was really eye-opening from being from Massachusetts originally and then transplanting to California. You don't really see the poverty that you do in Mississippi. So I think that was the place for me that felt the most foreign, even though it was in our country.
What about you?
Yeah, like compared to California and like slow, it's like all of the buildings are like way older, and like in California, like everything is new and modern. And yeah, like mom said, like the poverty, it's different.
So Lilah, what does civil rights mean to you?
That's a hard question.
Or mom, you can go first. It doesn't matter. I know it's a hard question because no one really asked that just in general, but
Yeah. Civil rights to me means that we live in a world where everybody has opportunity, no matter their background or their economic situation. Like, I believe that everybody deserves an opportunity to make a living and own a home and raise a family without worrying about when the next meal is going to come. And I'm pretty certain after this trip that we are so far from equality in this country. And you kind of have to be there to realize it. You have to feel what it's like to be in those places to understand inequality.
Yeah, like everybody, yeah, being equal and like having the same opportunity. Like everybody being able to get like a job and have enough money to live comfortably.
All right, and one last question. What would you, when you go back home and you're with your friends and your family, what's one takeaway that you can share with them, you think?
Go first.
So, well, before this trip, I feel like kind of, this was more like my old school, but everyone was like, oh, I wish we were colorblind in terms of like race. But I think that we should kind of honor and recognize what Black people have been through and try and like learn about it and just, not be colorblind, like know what's happened and how, and, but
what do I want to bring back with me to share with people? I think for me, it's just getting people to come out here, getting people to like walk this walk. And people make plans to go to Disneyland. People make plans to go to other places, and you don't see a lot of people making the choice to come to the South. But there's a rich history and a rich culture here, and I think it's important as Americans to learn about it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like a tourist, like advocate to come down to the South.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.